I say off that social media.
I do it too.
I ain't trying to get caught.
Call it.
You do get on social media, but not
I don't post.
to text.
I don't
You
post.
do have posts.
You're supposed to get what?
In a quarter mile, make a left turn on Jackson Avenue.
All right. How y'all doing today?
We're good. How are you?
Cool. I'm pretty good. I am Key Voice, and this is Prophetic Perception Podcast. PPP for short. PPP for short. And we just asking people how they feel about COVID and the vaccine. And so we would love to hear your opinion and your smarts and wisdom on the situation. If you care to share, give your name and stuff like that.
My name is Myra. I am an official former Canes worker because I just quit.
What? Oh my God! You just quit our job. Why did you quit? Let's go there. We gonna put the vaccine on the side. Why did you quit?
Honestly, I quit because I have to move. So
Okay.
if I didn't move, I'd probably stay at Canes. I don't know about that.
Where you're moving at? That's one of my favorite restaurants.
Raising Canes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the chicken fingers and fries and the sauce and.
You got the wrong Canes.
I don't really like that one.
Oh.
He's making a good choice. Every other Canes but that Canes. Unknown is going to set you right.
Okay.
I don't like that. I go to the one in Lakeview.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Is it closer to your house?
Yes.
Right
up the street.
See, that Canes that we work at, that's the stepchild of Canes.
Oh, yeah.
For real? Oh,
yes,
geez.
It does not get treated well. It has very, how do you say, ghetto remembers. Yes.
God. Listen, hey, Canes. Listen, this is not a Cane beat down. If
y'all
want to sponsor me, I'll kill
Canes.
I
lie to nobody.
Nah, you good.
Canes is very.
How did this turn into
different.
a Canes podcast? Just go for
Every
it.
Canes is different. I'm gonna say that.
It is. Because I went. These are the ones I go to. I went to the one on St. Charles. I go to the one on Carrollton.
Got it.
And the one in Lakeview. The one in Lakeview I like the most.
Okay. Well,
because they be in character all the time.
Well, my
other two Canes, they be
that I get would beg to differ with you because
not because you be being nice to your customers.
No, because I like my customers. Why not be nice to your customers? Like I literally yesterday I had a few customers and like these guys came in and they were like, "You were like one of the best people who saved us in this case. Like no one ever has done this for us." And I was like,
"Could you go to the
table
and be like, oh, do you
right?
Need a
that's normal for Canes.
Yes, I'd be like, "Do you need a refill? Do you need me to take your trash?"
Not for y'all.
For me, it's a normal thing, I guess. Here you go.
Need better customer service. So let me ask you this: What makes do y'all like good customer service, good food, both, or you don't care?
I like both. Like, okay, so it depends on what I'm doing and how rushed I am. But I will always love like, hi, how you doing? How was your day? Or let's say, a lot of people compliment me on my hair because it's a different color than most hair. So
awesome. Yeah, your hair looks nice.
Yeah, your hair's pretty. That's nice for me. Like we can keep it pushing.
Absolutely.
I just tell people I like their outfits.
That's good too.
That's good.
Anything nice that you say about a person can brighten their day because you don't know what's going on in their life.
Like I did with that lady today when it was her birthday. And I wrote on her little napkin, "Happy birthday."
Oh yeah, y'all are awesome. Y'all are platinum. Gee whiz, huh?
That's just us. And the rest of them,
I guess.
Y'all are awesome. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking of YouTube.
Okay.
I'm not speaking in the story in general. I'm speaking on your YouTube, your personalities, your heart, your is a prosperous mindset.
Yeah.
Because you do know what you give out is what you get back.
Yeah.
That's just what you're taught.
And when you were, you don't agree with that?
That's what you're taught. Like that's what we're agreeing on.
Oh, okay. Shucks, what I was gonna say. What you put out, what you get. Because when you treat people the way you want to be treated, it has to come back to you good. And when you go beyond your when you go beyond your expectations,
Mhm.
that's even better. Like to me, if you can, it should be a little more than what you're expected to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if they say you don't have to have a conversate with the customer, just greet them.
Yeah.
Well, for that
So you
case,
want
then
to
I'm gonna do the conversation then. Like
Yeah.
just do
I
that
like having
extra.
conversation with people because sometimes work get a little bit boring. Like they had this dude. I like anime, so they had this dude that had like a T-shirt from an anime I liked, and I was like,
What was
"Hey, is that a Jujutsu Kaisen?" Is the anime's name?
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
He was like, "Oh my god, you know Jujutsu Kaisen?" And we just had like a entire little conversation about anime and which one's better and which one he liked. And I was like, "This is so fun."
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's first hand experience.
I've
That's
worked
that first hand experience right there.
Yeah.
I've worked at Popeyes. I worked at Wendy's. I worked at McDonald's. I worked
Popeyes
at
got good chicken and
Savor Center.
Mhm.
I worked like all my jobs was customer service, and I did that for a reason because I love customer service. I love making people feel good and putting a smile on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so rewarding to me,
Yeah, it
and
is.
so that's why this job was easy for me because I'm like this is
You like
rewarding.
doing it.
Yes.
So would you like to hear our ideas on the vaccine?
Oh.
before we
Yes,
get out?
yes. Before y'all get out, okay,
Okay.
All right.
y'all, do you agree with it? First off,
The vaccine?
yeah.
No.
Why not?
Because there's multiple different reasons. My first reason is I can still get COVID if I take the vaccine. It's just like the flu shot. I swear, it's like just like the flu shot. Even if I take the vaccine, I'm still going to get the COVID. What if I have a weak immune system? Like I have a very weak immune system. I get sick really, really easy.
Mhm.
Like when I don't sleep enough, I get sick through the whole day. So now I can't perform. So now
Right.
you want me to take a COVID shot to get COVID? Now I have to be in the hospital because you want to give me a shot that I didn't want in the first place?
Mhm.
No, thank you.
And then I agree with her, but also like I'm a college student, so everything that's like happened with COVID and the vaccine. Ooh, that was country. Everything that's happened with the vaccine and COVID, it's like really affecting us. And then like my school in particular is like you have to get tested, and if you don't have like the vaccine, you can't do certain stuff. It's like it's locking you out of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't feel like that should be a thing. I think everybody should be treated
Treated equally.
equally. There we go.
Lord
There we
Awesome.
go.
Jesus.
Okay, how do you feel about the government now? I don't know if you heard yet, mandating the vaccine for the military. Like they're being it's going to be mandatory for the military.
No, we ain't. No,
Well, you better go do
I'm
your.
going to
I'm going
better
to
go
the
do-
coast.
Oh
going
well,
to
you
the
better.
National
You
Guard.
well, you can get ready then, Queen. You can get ready.
Ran back up right now.
Well, you might as well go check out. Go look while you're in Walmart. Google military vaccine. It just came out today, and get
Oh,
your
wow.
information. So you have a decision to make. See what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm doing these podcasts to make people aware of what's going on. Because see, you can make a decision not knowing that just transpired,
Yeah.
and then you want to go back on it. So it's a good thing you saw me on this podcast because you got to find out that you know what they're about to mandatorily make us do vaccines.
Yeah, this is something they starting to do at colleges too. My friend, I'm not gonna say the college name, but she go to a specific college and they was like, since y'all freshmen, y'all have to stay on the dorm. Y'all gotta get the vaccine if y'all want to stay here. And she
Wow.
was like, well, I already paid my tuition and everything, so I guess I'm gonna just have to get the vaccine. She has sickle cell, and she has like really weak immune system because of that. And I was like, I don't really think that's okay for you. You
You
know?
know, put something extra in my body. I
So-
think still not.
So why you didn't want to say to college?
She don't like me saying her school.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say y'all just told her this just bash pull little canes and y'all
What
don't
you
say
mean?
nothing
We
about
didn't
the
even say
college.
which canes.
I know
wanna
they
say
don't.
the
Yeah,
number.
they don't know. No,
They say
don't say the number. Leave them people canes alone. But look,
Mhm.
but if they have wisdom, they can find out that you're not saying anything about the food or the restaurant or the policy.
Oh,
You're
that's
talking.
pretty
You're just
good.
talking about
The
those people in that store,
Yeah.
which is general. So yeah, it don't hurt nothing. But
Yeah.
we love Cane's. Cane's is awesome.
They got some
Cane's
good
good. They
toast.
food is good.
The toast, the sauce, the chicken,
Top bacon sauce.
the alma
On the
palma.
palm.
Oh, I made a couple of those today.
The honey mustard is kind of good too.
They have honey mustard.
Yeah,
You didn't know that?
No, I never knew that.
Huh?
For Eric?
Yeah.
Let me see. Y'all might have to go. All right, see y'all later. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you.
Yes, Eric.
Move out. We will
No,
never
don't tell
hear.
my clear up. Jesus Christ.
We will never hear.
Y'all be good. And make sure you call your sergeant.
Yeah, I definitely gotta do that.
All right.
I gotta need one anyway.
On my phone.
Girl,
Get
not your phone.
Yeah, I'm not hunting you down.
You have a nice one.
You too. You got bags, bud? Aaron. Got your new cookware set up. Music man? Where?
You know the artist Mango?
Oh, for real?
Like maybe that's you.
Wow, that's
But,
crazy. No, that's not me, man. I would love to be able to.
You mind if I take off the mask? I've been vaccinated. I'm all good.
Like,
Yeah.
You'll have to wear it.
You want it? If you want it on, like I don't care, but
Let me mute it.
yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Huh?
Thank you.
No problem, baby. No problem. So I mean, are you down?
Oh, sorry. I was just talking to my mom, but I just hung up with her. I don't know. I don't really like the sound of my voice like after it's recorded, but I don't know.
I didn't either, and honestly, I still don't. But guess what? Who cares? It is what it is. Everybody's talking these days. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody's saying something. Social media. That's just the world we live in. You know what I mean?
Am I allowed to be an anonymous passenger?
Huh?
Do I need to introduce myself, or can I be anonymous?
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to do no name or nothing like that. You can just ask the questions, man. That's all it says. That's all the podcast is anyway. You know what I mean? It's not too much about who the person is and all that. It's just really about the information. You know,
Yeah.
just
I feel
informing
that.
people. But so the $1 million question. Anyway, $1 million question, my friend. I'm here with my friend, my guy. He's gonna answer a few questions. I hope that some of the information that he come forward with can help somebody make a decision. But here's the $1 million question: vaccine or no vaccine, and if so or not, why?
I got vaccinated because I wasn't going to receive funding from my parents. Like, how do I put it? They wouldn't give me an allowance if I didn't get the shot.
Oh,
And so
wow.
I kind of just complied, but I mean, I really don't know what's in it. To be frank, I didn't do any studying. I'm not as skeptic as most people are. But I'd say I'm fairly skeptical about it. shot, either of them.
Okay, so your body did pretty good.
I had already had it back in January. Okay.
Your body did pretty good. So you had one in January, you say?
I know I got like the virus back in January.
Okay,
I
okay.
beat it. It was shit. Like having the virus itself fucking sucked.
Oh my
Am I allowed to
God.
curse?
Yeah.
Beep that. Okay.
Yeah. What kind of symptoms did you have?
Oh, I couldn't smell and I couldn't taste, and that was a big thing. Like I couldn't smell, and I still can't really smell as much as I can. So I brought like 60% of my smell back,
Wow.
and it's
From
August.
January.
And taste, I was only able to taste spicy stuff, and my tongue's big when it comes to spicy shit. So I thought I would be able to have a buffalo chicken wrap. Nope, still spicy as shit.
Oh my God.
Even though I couldn't taste anything else.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it really did. And
you thought that was the time for you to go ahead and
yeah, try some new shit, you know,
yeah.
like Thai chili, nope.
And thought it was getting away.
And now recently, not recently, but ever since like getting out of quarantine and getting over it, I've had reoccurring tastes and smells that come with almost every food I eat. I'll taste the same taste, plus what it's supposed to taste like.
Wow.
And same with smells. I can't really describe what the taste is or what the smell is, but it's like kind of like almost a barbecue-y, smoky, organic kind of taste.
Yeah.
Comes with everything.
Oh wow.
And it kind of sucks, but
I'm sorry to hear that, man. And I believe that's what I'm afraid of. But even with this disease, even if you survive, like those lasting,
the long-term symptoms,
yeah,
the long haul.
And so a lot of people feel that about the vaccine, the vaccination, that they believe, okay, I'm good right now, but what about the long term? And they just don't trust it, you know. And some people have it, and now they're having second thoughts. But I mean, it's too late to have it now. But so much stuff has come up since this thing first started. You know, we're in a whole nother.
Regarding the vaccine and not the virus, I have to say, like, I felt fine since getting the vaccine.
Which one did you
the
get?
Virus itself, I had Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yeah, I got it with my university.
Where you go at Tulane?
Yeah. And so what happened after that? Well, like the virus itself probably is more physically like draining and more physically exhausting and painful and unenjoyable than the vaccine. But to be honest, if it's like what the skeptic people say, and it's like, oh, it's a microchip, oh, it's like 5 years, you don't know what's gonna happen, then who knows? In 5 years happens. But for the short term of the vaccine, I think it's beneficial. I'd say, I don't know. I'm very iffy, and who am I to have a real stance on it? I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a politician.
Right. That's been the thing too. Politics, a scientist, and religion. Those are the three areas where people base their decision on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of clips that I've seen of preachers saying you're gonna go to hell wearing these masks. I'm gonna kick you out of my sermon if you're wearing a mask.
Oh my God.
So they're so anti-mask, and then you have the politicians who are being
ridiculous.
fake pro-mask. They're wearing the masks when the TV's on, but when it's off, they have it off. So it's like, who's telling the truth? Who's being honest? Who to believe? I don't know.
Right,
Believe
exactly.
yourself and do your own research.
Exactly.
And don't listen to what your preacher says, and don't listen to what your governor says or what your politician says. But if a doctor says something, listen to the scientist, the professional.
And then go from there. Yeah. You're right.
Because they're the only people who are really trained to deal with this shit.
Right. Everybody else is just opinionated.
Exactly. And they're trying to do what's best. Well, I could go in a whole spiel about politicians and corruption and all that now.
Please do.
A politician is literally a career. It's a way for a person to make a living and provide for their family. It's not like they're really serving for the people and really out for what the needs of the people are and the people who voted them into the position that they got to. It's more of them trying to get the biggest check that they can so that they can drive their nicest cars and be in their biggest mansion. It's legal corruption, lobbying, and that's acceptable. It's paying politicians and giving them support to their campaign so that they'll follow things that your company wants, like the NRA.
Right. How is that legal? Like, you know
I
what
don't
I mean?
understand that. It's loopholes, and it's because the people who made it legal are the ones benefiting off of it. That's why.
Because really, when it boils down, that's nothing but bribery.
Yeah, a company doesn't want to pay the money that it does, but it knows it has to if it wants to keep things where it is or change things in a certain whichever company it is or organization.
The old Italian, do what we say, Bobby, or you'll be swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, exactly.
Strong arming, you know, but they're doing it professionally behind closed door with a suit on.
But on paper, which is
On paper.
some of it's not, but most of it is, which is how it gets away with being legal.
Oh yeah. If you're a master with the pen and paper, you can get some things done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what rules the world right now. Conversation and pen and paper.
For sure.
Everything starts with that and ends with that. When you boil it all down, I mean, you know what I mean? Yep.
Who's the most appealing and most do this, says they'll do that. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Let's go back to the vaccine, right?
Yeah, no, all of this is included. Yeah,
Okay.
hey, this is what I like. I enjoy a subject, but it branches off to other things because all of that's connected. You know what I mean? And you might say something that really help a person on something. You know, so just
I'd like to mention something like personally, I don't like wearing a mask. It makes my beard itch, and it's sometimes hard to breathe. But I'll wear a mask if I'm in a place where I will get escorted out if I'm not wearing one, or it'll be a scene if I'm not wearing one.
Right.
Where somebody says, "Please put your mask on," I'll put it on. I'm not gonna be like those people who have those public freakouts and say, "You can't tell me what to do. It's my right to do whatever I want," or I have an exemption from my doctor, from my preacher, from my whoever. No, I'm not gonna be like that. But if I'm out in public, or if I'm in like a mom and pop shop where they don't care about the masks, I'm not wearing a mask. But if it's in like an establishment that's more liberal, more modern, more socially responsible, then yeah, I'll wear the mask. But I don't really see what it's doing.
Absolutely.
I think vaccines are more should, in a sense, be more effective than a mask.
Yeah, definitely.
In its essence, you know.
Right.
Because you're being shut up with the shit versus just something in front of your face. You know?
Right. And you're breathing through it, and you still can breathe.
And everyone, when they talk to they pull their mask down when they talk, but when they're not talking and listening, their mask is back on. So it's like when air's actually coming out, half the people are pulling it down.
So it's safe to say that it's not doing much. It's a figure of our imagination. That's what I think.
See, I just wish I had more of a positive incentive for why I got the vaccine, instead of like a negative incentive of like, we're going to take your money away.
Absolutely.
If I was in Washington, D.C., and I signed up for the Joints for Jabs, I would have done that. I would have gotten a free joint if I fucking got this vaccine. Yeah, I heard they're giving out like $1,000 now for people to get vaccines.
Wait, Joints for Jabs? What's that?
You didn't know about that? It was on.
Well, a lot of people don't consider weed controlled substance now to get people. Okay, so
I could go on a whole conversation about cannabis and like its classification, and that's the government.
Oh wow.
And the way that You know.
Wow.
But
So that means.
But the federal that cannabis. So the government's contradicting itself, and cannabis is up there with like LSD, psilocybin, and some of the other more serious drugs. But cocaine is below that. Fentanyl is below that. I think.
Wow.
It's like oxycodones are below that. But the ones that really wake the people up, and the ones that people use for therapy and for medicinal purposes, exactly, are the ones that are the most highest scheduled. And scheduling is lowest is highest number. So 5 is not that bad of a drug. 1 is the most.
Two, I believe it was. I had Vicodins and Somas, and they gave me 3 years of probation for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say prison. I was like, gosh.
No, I mean, yeah, if I would have violated or something like that, then I probably had to do some time. But that was my first and only felony. So they pretty gave me a little slap on the wrist.
Oh yeah. The second one's where they get you.
Yep.
That's what I've heard in Louisiana.
Oh yeah. They would have caught me. Yeah, the next one they would have caught me. But fortunately, I got out of that crazy circle. Everybody was going to jail. People was going to do fed time. There were, doctors and stuff was getting caught going to do fed time. You know what I mean? They made millions of dollars off of that stuff.
Oh yeah, lacing. Well, not lacing, but like selling or prescribing their friends and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
That's what I'm about to say. I could do a whole nother segment on that. I might do though. I might do. I don't know. I might get sniped for that though. Like snipe me for that.
Well, yeah, no. I hate to bring him into it, but Kobe was fighting against pharmaceutical companies, and there was a big conspiracy theory that a pharmaceutical had tampered or got to tamper with the helicopter, and that's why it crashed. Because he was about to file a whole class action lawsuit behind him. Like Kobe Bryant versus one of those big pharmaceuticals, and he was like gonna do something. But I don't really remember all the details.
Uh-huh.
But that was a conspiracy that came up back in beginning of 2020, right?
Yeah. Wow. I didn't follow back on the Kobe thing. I kind of just kind of got away from it. I didn't even hear that part, but it makes sense. And when it's somebody like Kobe that has that much influence and that much money, he does become a threat.
Oh yeah, it's a risk.
So it's not like
life is a risk.
It's not like me running my mouth. You know what I mean? It's me. Nobody not gonna really listen to me. But Kobe, people will listen.
There was that other doctor that claimed he could cure any disease, and then didn't they kill him or put him in jail?
Dr. CB.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the theory. That's the theory that because he knew how to cure any disease, AIDS and everything, and so
just herbs and plants.
Yep, they laid him out. But he got that stuff out though before they killed him though.
Okay.
He got the recipes and stuff. It's out there now. That's why everybody's going into herbal therapy and
people can practice it the way he did apparently.
Yeah, they got people doing it. But I think the thing about it is he was just bold enough to come out with it.
Oh yeah.
I believe there's a lot of people that you know what I mean?
That already knew that.
They already knew that know some stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they fear because when you have a certain amount of information, like John McAfee, they killed him. You know about that?
John McAfee. Who is John
McAfee? You know the antivirus on your computer that you could get?
Yeah, I got McAfee. Yeah.
John McAfee is the guy behind that. He had a lot of dirt on very powerful politicians and people in Europe and across the whole country. He had stuff on Epstein, stuff on Trump, a bunch of people apparently. And he posted on Twitter a couple months before he got arrested in Spain or somewhere. This is a reminder to myself that I will never kill myself in prison. And then just in the beginning of June, reports John McAfee dead in prison, assumed suicide, but he didn't kill himself. It's like Epstein. They didn't kill Epstein.
Yeah. They were gonna make sure he pay for what
it was a few days before he got extradited to another country too. So that's just so suspect. How did that get away with that? No one's talking about that anymore. No one's talking about the fact that they killed John McAfee, the fact that they killed Epstein. Besides the fact Epstein was a bad guy. McAfee was a good guy. They killed him. They both knew a lot of shit about a lot of people.
Wow.
and they were both dead, found dead in prison.
Wow.
Those men did not kill themselves.
That had to be scary. That for them, it had to be scary. Like just waiting to die. You know, it's almost like being on death row.
Yeah.
Like, you know something about to happen to you. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! Imagine like you see that you're fucking what's the word? Assailant,
Assailant. Yeah.
assailant, or whoever's coming to assassinate you, and you
Yeah.
just know it's over because some guy in all black, his mask's covered, and he just strangled you to death or whatnot because you're supposed to look like you're choked yourself.
Right. The thing about it is when he made the decision to open his mouth, he probably thought that through and he knew that was a possibility.
Oh, he knew shit was gonna come with it. He's talked about it on the podcast that I watched only a part of it. I need to watch the full thing. Moist Critical is a Twitch streamer. YouTube is Penguin Zero, and he is the official podcast is what it's called. Him and a few people, and they had John McAfee on it, and he talked about it. But that was before he was in jail.
Wow.
And he got in jail, and then they killed him.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is, man.
Well, I kind of get going. My friend called me. It was a pleasure talking.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Hopefully we meet up again, bro.
For sure.
All right,
So,
Eric.
what is it again?
Oh, so you can check it out. Cross Training, just the way it's spelled, like Cross Training Nikes. Village. Cross Training Village.
That's the name of the podcast?
That's the name of the
channel.
channel. The name of the podcast is Prophetic Perception Podcast.
And what's it on?
YouTube, and it's on Facebook.
Okay, YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yeah, check it out on YouTube, man, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, man.
For sure. Oh, someone dropped something like you. Oh no, that was just a tag. My bad.
All right, bro.
Thank you.